So this is what I think today or yesterday got posted on GNR's Instagram.
Okay, so let's take a look at the video.
Yeah, hang on, let me
Here we
lower the
go.
volume here because it's probably gonna be fucking loud.
Okay, so we're here in the general.
Give it a few seconds. You're gonna see some shit happen.
Seeing some live concert footage. It's kind of got a pink hue to it. Oh, now it's changing into one of those AI generated videos. Okay.
Lost Lonely Boys in there somewhere.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all the teaser we got, and it just said something's coming. 1/24/24, and
know it's the rest of the
I do have the
video?
post pulled up. We can look through the comments.
Okay, let's read some comments.
Some of them, yeah. Someone says best case scenario, album or new song. Worst case scenario, a music video for the general. Although someone says the return of Izzy and Steven Adler.
Oh no!
And there's a pretty not mean one. Please do not release a new song.
Oh, come on, that's cold blooded.
And there's a lot of comments about people wanting monsters and new tour. Someone said the return of Buckethead. In your dreams.
Yeah, that'll never happen. So Mike Blakesley says it's the general video. It seems that way from Instagram. Maybe Monster. I don't think it's going to be Monster.
It's not monsters. I don't think that unless it gets teased or something like right at the end of the video. Like remember back in the day, you used to get like a music video for like the big first single for a song. And then they kind of like cock tease you with a little tease of the next single, be like a to be continued, and they're like a music video for that shit. Maybe they're gonna do that, but I highly doubt it. It feels like it's gonna be one of those like live videos. Because remember, I believe when the first time they played the General Hollywood Bowl, there's a lot of cameras around. There was rumors going around that, so they may have filmed the whole thing. So they're probably just gonna release that. But like, oh wow, it's about 2 months too late, or like a month and a half.
They have some AI shit thrown in there too.
It'd be cool if they like released an entire live show of selects from each city of a favorite song from each city.
I'd be down for that.
Full set of the whole tour, but you like put a particular song in order, not of like dates you played, but in order of the set list, and then you'd be like, open up with Easy and say Louisville or Lexington rather.
Live album in general, I wouldn't even mind,
Well, you can't press a vinyl and then have it fuck up and then continuously postpone the release of your single.
Well, that's
you want to point a lot of fingers to a lot of people, but it's like you had one job, TV.
And that's the point I think Frost is making here in his comment, because he says there's no reason for them to act like they're building up suspense for a surprise announcement like we don't all know it's going to be just a shitty music or live video.
Yeah.
Orange 83 says, but anything by GNR is a good thing, right?
We're trying to keep that optimism.
I'm keeping that optimism. I think that is a good thing, man. I'm glad we're getting something. I don't know what it's going to be.
But it's always something. It's never like, hey, here's an album, here's a live fucking selects, here's this, here's that. But here's more merch to buy. Here's another shitty box set that, like, it's one band, dude. And you guys, like, you're coming up like 45%.
You're talking about Team Brazil manages one band.
Yeah.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, I mean, you got to be positive. It is a new world than it was. It's a different world today than it was when
I completely understand. And I knew, and I called it, like, they were going to release most of their singles via, like, Apple Music and, per single as opposed to a album. I called that shit a mile ahead. But it's time for an album.
I don't think you said that on the show before it started happening.
It's time for a fucking album. Your other bandmates are putting out albums left and right, Axel. Like, come on, man. It's been.
Would you rather not? Would you rather get a new album, or would you rather not get a new album at all and keep getting singles, or would you rather get a new album and it sucks?
It can't suck by now. You've had 7 years to put it together, guys.
But they haven't been working on it. When they start working on it, they're going to start on day one. They have not been working on a new album. I've been saying this shit just like with Chinese Democracy took so fucking long because they were not working on it.
I agree.
We have proven that on this show.
If you want to work in that slow stop and not at all attitude, Axel, like It's like
Dude,
when
I get it.
Democracy came out. It's like when
Dude,
Democracy
I am
came
not
out. Like
hating on
the
him for that.
times weren't the same. Like there's that one like radio guy who's like Axl had like relevant shit when he was working on it, but now that it's come out, it's not relevant anymore.
Fair enough.
You know, like, so your point of working on day one and going from there, it's got to happen.
Well, they're gonna whenever they start, they're gonna start on day one because I promise you, they have not been working on anything.
I don't think they have either. Other than like these Chinese dust offs, no, they haven't. Not for a full fledged album. I highly doubt it.
No, they showed up in there for Slash and Duff to record their shit. Axl has not been in the studio for those. I don't believe. I could be
that
wrong.
one photo of Duff and Slash in the studio when they're on.
We got one of Axl in the studio.
There's one of Axl, yeah. So maybe he's there to just oversee, do some mixing. He is credited as a producer.
Again, I guarantee you, some of these vocals, like 95% of them, are from the Sean Bevan years.
Dude, I'm fine with that. I am fine with them dusting off these songs that have been sitting on the shelf and actually putting them
enough. Enough's enough. It's
no, it's not, dude. Not until we get State of Grace, when we get Atlas Shrugged, when we get.
Why not put it on the fucking album?
Dude, I don't care. As long as they put something out, I would rather get two new GNR songs every other year than to have to wait 15 years to get another fucking album after.
I agree with that. But you're at the halfway point of 7 years. Actually,
I'm being realistic as to what Guns N' Roses, the way they act. I'm being realistic as to what I can expect from the way this band puts shit out.
I'm not arguing with that. I would
rather them.
And you also have to look at the side of who's managing them, man. They got a pretty cushy job for a band that doesn't tour that often, doesn't put any out that much new music.
Dude, I'm not disagreeing.
You, the management team, concentrating on merch and beating the shit out of your loyal friends in the crowd.
I feel like they're big enough to just shadow drop a fucking album. Like, listen, if Beyonce can do it, I think Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Shadow drop something, and people would be like, "Oh,
that would be fucking aces, man. I wouldn't be opposed to that." Surprise me, Tim Brazil. Knock me out of my fucking boot.
Fuck it. Shadow drop some shit. Who cares?
I'd love to get
me out of my fucking boot.
Let the music promote itself.
Surprise the shit out of me.
I'd love to get proven wrong about Team Brazil, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
I wish I could be too. Just once.